What's up guys, I'm JacobTSuggs and welcome back to another video. It's been a while, I've been on spring break, I've been doing stuff, I finished a lot of TV shows, and I've been watching a lot of movies. So I just figured that now would be better than never to make another video because it's been more than a week and I just like to keep you guys updated on stuff. That being said, I recently got Hulu and I decided to watch a film that I've always wanted to see called Ingrid Goes West. I had really only heard good things about it, and considering that I only knew Aubrey Plaza was in the film, I decided to give it a chance. Plus, I hadn't seen a single trailer for the movie, so it just kind of piqued my interest more and more, and after watching the movie, I've honestly got to say that after much thought, I genuinely love this movie. But in this film, Aubrey Plaza plays Ingrid, a young woman who's obsessed with popularity on social media. She's always connected, and when she isn't, she freaks out and goes full Norman Bates on the person ignoring or leaving her out of something special. I mean, the first scene in the film is Ingrid storming in on her friend's wedding reception and pepper spraying the bride in the face. All because she wasn't invited to the wedding. Sure, it's an unfortunate situation, but that's kind of an insane way to react. After getting her inheritance from her mother, Ingrid moves out to Los Angeles, all to meet her social media idol, Taylor Sloan, played by Elizabeth Olsen. And this entire film is one big character study of Ingrid and how social media can both positively and negatively affect a person's life. See, Taylor seems to have everything and a more positive reception on social media, whereas Ingrid's desire to become more and more popular results in an overall negative perception of her life and who she is as a human being. In fact, Ingrid constantly is trying to do things to become more popular, such as find a boyfriend or changing her overall look and style to create a more likable persona for herself when she's around other people. My dad used to describe people like this as chameleons, to where around you they'll be nice and kind and who they really are as a person. However, if you're in a group with people, they'll change their overall appearance and personality just to fit in with a crowd. And just like a chameleon changes colors and fits in with the environment that it's in, so do these people. And it's just kind of sad because people like this always typically get on my nerves, but it's interesting seeing a film that takes a different perspective on human beings like this and individuals that do this type of thing to see where they're coming from. The problem is that Ingrid's doing all of this in the complete wrong way. I mean, she only becomes friends with Taylor by kidnapping her dog and then returning it the next day and not telling Taylor that she was the one that kidnapped their dog in the first place. She only gets a boyfriend for popularity, and although he's the kindest person in her life and in the film, she treats him like dirt. And as for changing her style, although Ingrid thinks this will better her as a person, it ultimately is making her worse and making her the definition of a Regina George from Mean Girls. The film really got me thinking about the duality of social media and how it's always affected me personally. See, there's points and times in our life to where we feel like we're on top of the world, and there's points to where we feel so low that seeing other people doing fun things makes us feel pointless. It's depressing and something that I've discussed in numerous classes at my university. I'm a mass communications major for those who don't know, so we talked about social media a while back in a couple courses that I took, and we were talking about media dependency and how some people just rely on the media for pretty much everything, and it's really depressing and really sad. Now, massive spoiler alert, I cannot recommend this movie enough. It's a great movie, I had a blast with it, and I love dissecting it after I was done watching it. It's free on Hulu, so if you have Hulu, you can watch it there, or I would recommend just renting it because it's that good of a movie. However, to continue this discussion, I'm gonna have to go in spoilers, so if you don't want to get the film spoiled, please don't continue watching this video. This ultimately comes into play at the end of the movie when Ingrid attempts to kill herself due to feeling really low and sad about who she is as a person. But ultimately she survives the suicide attempt. This sparks an outcry of support for her from different people online, sparking the hashtag #ImIngrid, which lets Ingrid know at the end of the movie that people will always care about other people, no matter how many followers they have on Instagram, Twitter, or whatever. It's something that I think is really important to keep in mind because sure, it's exciting to get followers on social media and different platforms, however, that's not what determines your popularity and who you are as a person. And it's an important lesson that I think is taught in this film in a really hard and interesting way that I really enjoyed. The final frame of this movie is Ingrid smiling naturally for the first time. It's a smile that doesn't feel artificial or fake, and it shows that Ingrid, for the first time in the film, actually feels loved, and it's a beautiful payoff. We're living in a world that depends on the media for connections and business and providing and sharing our own thoughts with other people in the world. I think that this film will perfectly show how much we rely on social media, as well as the effects that it can have on individuals, both positive and negative. The film really hit me on a personal level, and I feel like if the right person sees this movie, it might resonate with them in a way that really impacts them, and I'm not just saying that. I really enjoyed this film, and although on the surface it's a quirky, dark comedy, if you look deeper, there's certainly a lot to be found. I just love this movie so much. I love the characters, the performances, the cinematography, and ultimately the main theme of this movie. I loved pretty much everything in this movie, and I can't recommend it enough. Granted, I'm not going to act like this is a perfect movie because it definitely isn't. However, it's a film that I would highly recommend if you're really, on social media and stuff like that. And to be honest with you, that's kind of why I took a break from doing some videos, because the film really got me thinking about it, and I just didn't want to be one of those people that basically just lives on social media. So that being said, have you seen Ingrid Goes West? Did you like it? Did you not like it? What did you think about the themes of the movie? Just let me know down in the comments below. And as always, I'm Frame by Frame. Remember the name. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.